A very lovely afternoon to you. This is Nationwide, reaching you from the Nigerian Television Authority, Abuja. My name is Ogochkuka Ona. President Bola Tinubu has departed Nigeria for the United Arab Emirates to attend UN COP28 the UN COP28 Climate Summit, also known as the 28th United Nations Climate Change Conference. And now, President Bola Tinubu says Nigeria's national defense and internal security, local job creation, macroeconomic stability, investments, environment optimization, human capital development, poverty reduction, and social security are some of the top priorities of the 2024 budget of renewed hope. Addressing a joint session of the National Assembly on the 2024 federal budget proposal this Wednesday in Abuja, President Tinubu said the nation's internal security architecture will be overhauled to enhance law enforcement capabilities with a view to safeguarding lives, property, and investments across the country. He said the proposed budget prioritizes human capital development with particular attention given to children because human capital remains the most critical resource for national development. On the economy, President Tinubu said a stable macroeconomic environment is crucial in his administration's bid to catalyze private investment and accelerate economic growth. The president said a conservative oil price benchmark of $77.96 per barrel and a daily oil production estimate of 1.78 million barrels per day were adopted after a careful review of global oil market trends and at a naira to US dollar exchange rate of 750 naira per US dollar was adopted for 2024 as well. Giving a breakdown of the 2024 appropriation bill, the president said an aggregate expenditure of 27.5 trillion naira is proposed for the federal government in 2024, of which the non-debt recurrent expenditure is 9.92 trillion naira, while debt service is projected to be 8.25 trillion naira and capital expenditure is 8.7 trillion naira. The budget deficit added is projected at 9.18 trillion naira in 2024, or 3.88% of GDP, lower than the 13.78 trillion naira deficit recorded in 2023, which represented 6.11% of GDP. The deficit is to be financed by new borrowings totaling 7.83 trillion naira and 298.49 billion naira from privatization proceeds, as 1.05 trillion naira done on multilateral and bilateral loans secured for specific development projects. The president commended the patriotic resolve of the 10th National Assembly to collaborate with the executive on the mission to renew the hope of Nigerians and deliver on the promises made to Africa's largest population, and that as it considers the 2024 budget estimates, he believes that the legislative review process will be conducted with a view to sustaining the desired return to a predictable January-December fiscal year and ensure that only projects and programs with equitable benefits are allowed into the 2024 budget. Now, as President Tinubu presents the 2024 appropriation bill, professionals in the ICT sector believe the budget will give hope to the most important sector that is now responsible for the development and prosperity of nations in this digital age, the communications, innovation, and digital economy.
We first need a very substantial allocation to digital infrastructure. We need more broadband access. We need more internet penetration, especially to underserved areas. That's even before we start thinking of rural areas, even underserved areas. There are still areas with very, very slow internet. And to power a digital economy in today's world, it first starts with very strong internet connectivity.
I'm looking at a kind of special fund from this budget that could now focus on seeing that our educational sector has this special fund that could help them train people in ICT, train people in innovations, train people in digital literacy, right from the schools, even primary schools. For instance, coding now is the new language. It's no longer a very special tech. It's supposed to be the kind of skill every other day child should get. So there's also need to invest more in funding experts who will be able to combat the cybercrime.
And still on the appropriation bill, stakeholders within and outside the housing sector expect that governments will create more favorable conditions for Nigerians to access affordable and decent houses across the nation.
The civil servants or Nigerians should expect an affordable housing program whereby they will be able to either access loan to build houses, or they will expect a mass housing program where they will get houses for the families. I believe the government will deliver it successfully because they came with a renewed hope agenda.
The truth about it is that when left to itself, providing housing for Nigerians will have to be really subsidized for a lot of Nigerians to access it. And then we have to also employ other means of delivery for Nigerians. We are looking at renting to own.
We should expect that there will be result, positive result, and support the government whatever they do as citizens of the country. We have so many institutions, FMBN, FHA, PMIs, they will deliver these things within record time, God willing.
Nigerians, with this present government, the renewed hope agenda of Mr. President, Nigerians should expect a lot more in the housing industry, especially affordable housing.
The Supreme Court has ordered that the old 200 naira, 500 naira and 1,000 naira notes in circulation should continue to circulate alongside the new currencies until further notice. Office of the Attorney General of the Federation filed a motion seeking to vacate the March 3, 2023 order for 31st December to be the deadline for the existence of old naira currencies in the country. But the Supreme Court, in a ruling today, agreed with the government's arguments that phasing out the old notes so quickly would cause instability in the economy. The Apex Court subsequently ordered the federal government through the Central Bank of Nigeria to allow both the old and new naira currencies to coexist for now as legal tender, pending when a process for their replacement would be instituted. The Confederation of APC support groups has described Nigeria's judiciary as a beacon of democracy and true reflection of what a modern justice system should represent. Director General of the group, Dr. Kelani Mohammed, was speaking during a media briefing on the recent attacks on the Nigerian bench and other national issues. Political correspondent Abubakar Kwanga reports.
In the wake of judgments across lower and upper courts, some Nigerians have knocked the judiciary for not having verdicts delivered in their favor, and the Confederation of APC support groups says justices were served in all cases based on proven integrity and legal principles, especially in Kano, Nasarawa, Plateau, and others.
The CJN has spoken. It's law that they work on, not emotions. All those casting as passions, denigrating our judiciary, it will not help them.
The group also appreciated the massive transformation ongoing in the oil and gas sector under Mele Kyari, road infrastructure and power, saying the journey has so far been promising.
Kyari initiated the construction of the 4,128 kilometers long Trans-Sahara gas pipeline championed by NNPCL with its Algerian and Nigerian counterpart.
Confederation of APC support groups urged Nigerians' elites and opposition to bury their differences and embrace unity and development, which the renewed hope agenda represents. In Abuja, Abubakar Akwanga, NTA News.
We will now cross over to Lagos, where Hingino is standing by for the latest reports in that area. Hello, Hingino. Good afternoon.
Hello, Ogochukwuka. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has donated the sum of 50 million naira to the State Council of the Nigerian Legion as part of his administration's commitment to make life easy for legionnaires and families of fallen heroes. The governor announced the donation during the launching of Appeal Fund and Year 2024 Armed Forces Remembrance Day emblem at the Lagos House, Ikeja. Ese Onwamaka reports.
The sacrifices made by fallen heroes and military veterans in ensuring the peace and security of the nation will continue to be etched in the sands of time. This is why the Lagos State Governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, while commending members of the Nigerian Legion and fallen heroes for their service to the nation, noted that legionnaires will not be left out of the various intervention programs of the Lagos State government.
He, as a government, uses the legionnaires extensively in our educational facilities and rest of it. And so we have thousands of you that are in one form or the other that were given, I don't want to call it salary, but were given stipends to. We'll continue to do that, and we'll continue to ensure that in whatever form or way we can make life meaningful and bearable for you, having served this country very, very well, we'll do it.
The Chairman, Lagos State Council of the Nigerian Legion, DCG Akim Wolemo, appreciated the governor for his kind gesture and appealed for continuous support towards the welfare of retired military officers and empowerment of widows of fallen heroes.
Part of the patronage of the Corps of Commissioners and further direct or indirect support by the state government under the administration of Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu and his cabinet has definitely helped in running of the Nigerian Legion Lagos State Council.
Also, the Lagos State Commissioner for Home Affairs, Olariwaju Layode, noted that the commemoration of the year 2024 Armed Forces Remembrance Day had begun with the launching of the Appeal Fund, an emblem by the state governor.
This event will officially activate all other activities that will climax with the laying ceremony at the Remembrance Akiri Tafa Balewa Square, Lagos on Monday, 15th January 2024.
Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, alongside his deputy, Dr. Bafemi Hamzat, some cabinet members and heads of security agencies in the state were decorated with the 2024 Armed Forces Remembrance Day emblem. In Lagos, S.A. Owamaka, NTA News.
For Nigeria to become the economic hub of Africa, successive governments must consolidate on her economic recovery roadmap. This is the consensus by stakeholders while reacting to reviving the nation's economy. Lanre Bilei reports.
Data about the National Bureau of Statistics shows that in the past 10 years, Nigeria has experienced recessions and overall stagnant growth. Despite this, economists say opportunities still abound for the country, looking into the potentials of the economy with young and growing population. The next 10 years, experts believe could be pivotal, considering the economic opportunities available in the agriculture, creative industry, technology, as well as manufacturing sectors. In bringing about the revival of the economy, investment in human capital is said to be the first hurdle to scale through.
Human capital includes young Nigerians, people who are going to work, and these guys need to be skilled. So they need to acquire not just soft skills, vocational skills, skills in science and technology.
With Nigeria currently accounting for about 29% of Africa's internet use, according to NCC, cementing this position with digital economy is the present administration's vision.
Wealth creation that has been brought about by the explosion of digital economy globally, then clearly the digital economy has the ability to transform Nigeria's economy.
Areas of focus for economic revival, according to experts, are ending fuel subsidy, free floating singles exchange rates, curbing oil theft and ramping up oil production, investment in capital and tackling poverty. In Lagos, Lanre Bilei, NTA News.
Those are the reports from Lagos. Nationwide will continue in Ibadan after this break.
Renewed Hope Initiative, a pet project of the First Lady, Federal Republic of Nigeria, Oluremi Tinubu, is up and running. Meeting targets, fast touching lives. Renewed Hope Initiative comes with a clear interventionist mandate, catering to the poor, needy, and vulnerable.
Empowering women is not just a slogan for us in the Renewed Hope Initiative, RHI, but a commitment towards a better life for families in every state of the Federation.
RHI, tending the weak, letting the poor breathe, bringing back the smile, leaving no one behind, changing the narrative towards a better family.
The National Council for Arts and Culture introduces the first National Stakeholders Conference on the review of the past 35 editions of the National Festival of Arts and Culture, NAFEST, a platform for holistic and robust deliberations on NAFEST for wealth creation and a key player in the creative economy, in line with Mr. President's renewed hope agenda. Acknowledging and honoring their excellencies, the executive governors of the 36 states and the FCT minister for their contributions to the success of the past 35 editions of NAFEST. Venue, Chida Hotel, Abuja. Date 5th to 8th December 2023. Time 10 a.m. daily. All stakeholders are hereby invited to come and let's celebrate the bond of unity that our cultural heritage brings. NAFEST, the festival that unites the nation. Announcer, Otumba Olusegun Olusewe, OON, Director General, National Council for Arts and Culture.
Centenary celebration of the evolution of political parties in Nigeria from 1923 to 2023, 100 years. In our democratic journey so far, a mission that midwifed the birth of nationhood and greatness. Exactly 100 years ago, in 1923, as a crown colony, the enactment of the Clifford Constitution brought significant progress by introducing the elective principle in Nigeria. This led to an upsurge in political awareness, participation, and activities leading to the formation of the initial political parties. We have been through surgical knives of political differences and preferences, yet our destination remains the same. Today, we're standing tall as Inter-Party Advisory Council, IPAC. We are political parties navigating through Nigeria's democratic journey. This is the year of our centenary. A year to celebrate commitment, tenacity, and patriotism in one Nigeria. IPAC, deepening and consolidating democracy.
Hooray!
Hallelujah!
Let's celebrate!
FRC and NTA Voice of Nigeria Service of 9 Lessons and Carols is 20.
And the wind of Christmas is already blowing.
Oh yes sis, I can feel it.
This 20th anniversary promises to be very exciting and melodious with different choral groups and soloists in attendance.
And children get set because Santa Claus will also be in town.
Date 3rd December 2023.
Venue, the National Christian Center, Central Business District, Abuja.
For advert placement and sponsorship, call Rate on 0803 451 2261.
Noma on 0806 249 8741.
BBN on 0909 965 1270. Keep a date with us.
Hello and a warm welcome to Ibadan. Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde has charged corps members to ensure that they participate in skill acquisition training during their orientation course. Governor Makinde made the appeal during the swearing-in ceremony of 2023 Batch C Stream 2 corps members deployed to Oyo State. Lukman Hassan tells us more.
Represented by the Commissioner for Youth and Sport, Wasilat Adegoke, Governor Seyi Makinde employed the youth corps members to give their best during their orientation camp, which is germane to a free hit service here. Governor Makinde urged the corps members to positively impact on their communities, which they will be posted at the end of the orientation course.
I urge them to face whatever they are training them and to hold it as an opportunity for them to learn one or two things.
Oyo State Coordinator, National Youth Service Corps, Odoba Abel Oche, while noting the importance of the scheme in promoting national unity, called on the corps members to integrate with their host community.
They are happy and eager to take on the training in the camp and visit the community to serve their fatherland.
Oyo State Chief Judge Justice Iyabo Yorima, represented by Justice Richard Akintola, administered the oath of allegiance and sworn in the 3,051 corps members, including those from Lagos State during their orientation course in Isayin Camp, Oyo State. In Ibadan, Lokman Hassan, NTA News.
Some residents of Ibara police barracks in Abuja are counting their losses as a result of fire incidents that engulfed one of the buildings at the complex. Lekon Agbode reports.
The inferno, according to eyewitnesses, was as a result of electrical surge when public power supply was restored. The top floor of the two-story building is the most affected, as victims say they were not able to salvage any of their valuables but are grateful that no life was lost. The general mood at the barracks was somber when the NTA news crew arrived at the scene, as the victims were still in shock and yet to come to terms with what happened to them. Some of them could not hold back tears as they narrate how the incident happened.
From the ceiling, smoke everywhere. We cannot even enter inside again. Those people, they tried to off the fire, but they couldn't before the fire service came. We should come because I lost all my business. Something has gone.
I was doing contribution all these days. I said, let me keep it so that when my husband comes, I will surprise him, because he always tell me, what kind of work am I doing that? I cannot even bring money. I cannot produce anything at home. And I say, okay, let me keep this money. When he is back, I can show him and tell him that this is what you have been insulting me all these days. But unfortunately, everything is gone now.
Please, we want government to come and intervene on our behalf. It's good to nobody carry on out, but we thank God our children are out, but nothing, our property, everything.
Some of the household items that were salvaged from the other floors of the building are still outside. They have no idea of where to move them to for now, but they appeal to government and other well-meaning Nigerians to come to their aid. In Abeokuta, Lekon Agbode, NTA News.
That's it from Ibadan. It's back to Ogochukwuka in Abuja for more on Nationwide.
Kemi, thank you very much. Now, President Bola Tinubu says Nigeria's national defense and internal security, local job creation, macroeconomic stability, investment, environment optimization, human capital development, poverty reduction, and social security are some of the top priorities of the 2024 budget of renewed hope.
A budget which will go further than ever before in cementing macroeconomic stability, reducing the deficit, increasing capital spending, and allocation to reflect the 8 priority areas of this administration. The budget will.
The 2024 appropriation presented to a joint session of the National Assembly by President Bola Tinubu has revealed in clear terms the determination of the federal government to institute far-reaching economic reforms for the present and future development of the country. Analysts who spoke with the NTA are of the view that reforms would succeed.
For me, anytime you hear me talk about mining, I say to you, if you have a proper system, the mining sector in Nigeria that has located in over 540 locations in the country, known, probably the volumes not known, the values not determined, but they are there.
So you're a more efficient collection of taxes and royalties would enhance, of course, the quantum of fund or revenue coming from that sector. And if you also, like, yes, you mentioned PIA. If we are looking at more than 7 trillion expectation, 7 trillion expectation from the oil and gas sector in this cycle, 2024 budget cycle.
Now, our Almajiri children in Kaduna State will soon smile as the state government, in partnership with UNICEF, introduced a program geared towards equipping the Almajiri with Western and religious education. The action is to make the Almajiri children more useful to themselves and the society. Muhammad Umar Jungi reports.
The
The enrollment is part of plans to equip the Almajiri children with both Western and religious education to make them move with a global trend that will make them more useful to themselves as well as to the society, especially in the 21st century.
They are using a system called Child Protection Information Management System. It's a global system. So in that system, we already have 104,000 adolescent girls and 105,000 Almajiri. So these are our focus for now.
The program is a new initiative introduced by the Kaduna State government in partnership with UNICEF. With the theme, Access to Free Education, the enrollees will benefit from distribution of free uniforms, books, and cash allowances.
We are now motivated to ensure these children under our custody have access to formal education. I'm very happy to be going to school, and I hope to be a soldier when I finish school.
The selected local government areas include Kaduna South, Kaduna North, Igabi, Chikun, Sabon Garin Zaria, and Jama'a local government area. In Kaduna, I am Muhammad Marajingi, NTA.
At this point, we'll now be joining Haruna Mohammed to bring us an update on this development. I can see you, Mohammed Haruna. So what more can you tell us on this laudable initiative?
Thank you. The Almajiri phenomenon is one matter that has lingered for a very long time, especially in the northern region. And this initiative of the Kaduna State government, as well in partnership with UNICEF, is to ensure that the children and out of school girls are given the necessary attention for them to be able to compete with their counterparts out there. And I am standing at one of the Tangayas here in Kaduna North that has also been part of the enrollment, that have already been enrolled. And with me is the social welfare officer of the Ministry of Human Services and Social Development, Ibrahim Ahmad, who will tell us more on the initiative that the state government has put on top gear. Ibrahim, can you tell me please where are we now in terms of this initiative of enrollment of Almajiri schools in children in Kaduna?
Like I said earlier, this is an initiative of this administration in collaboration with the UNICEF Nigeria to ensure that no Almajiri child is left out of school, as well as out of school adolescent girls. We are targeting to enroll 10,000 Almajiri and out of adolescent girls in the formal school. And so far, we have been able to enroll over 4,500. The program is still ongoing, and Ministry of Human Services in collaboration with SOBEB, Kaduna State Universal Basic Education Board, is providing uniforms, writing materials, and other necessary things they need to continue to not only remain in school, but also ensure that they have reached completion. And apart from that, the ministry is also strengthening the safeguarding skills of the teachers so that they become conversant with what is good and what is not good, or what is right and what is wrong about the safety of these children. Like we all know, Kaduna State is one of the states that have passed the child right law, which we call here Child Welfare and Protection Law. So these Tangaya teachers are trained so that they are conversant with the provision of that law in order to ensure the adequate protection of these children.
Okay. And now, can you tell me, is it that these children are going to be undergoing Western education or conventional education per se here in the Tangaya, or they will go out there to the schools in their areas?
Well, all of the children are going to be enrolled in schools nearest to their Tangaya schools, so that in the morning they go and attend Western education schools, and then in the afternoon and in the evening, like you are seeing, would come back and continue with their Quranic education.
Okay. Subsequent administrations have tried to put some things in place to ensure that these Almajiris get to Western education. But talking about sustainability, what is the government doing in terms of sustaining this initiative?
Well, there is more focus now and more attention to the matters that concern them. And apart from that, our community play a very significant role in the welfare of children. And as such, this administration have adequately engaged the community so that they will contribute largely to the sustainability of this program. CSOs and other concerned organizations within communities where these Almajiri schools exist have been trained by the ministry in collaboration with the UNICEF so that they can continue to partner with government and complement the effort of government to ensure the sustainability of this program. And apart from that, our workers have been, social welfare officers have been trained across the 23 LGS so that even when Almajiris leave their current Sangaya schools, can still be tracked in where they go and enroll back to school in order to ensure that they continue to go to school. And for the first time in the history of Kaduna State, the government of Malam Ubasani have created a budget line for child protection, which will provide the necessary funding required in order to continue to sustain programs like this that give maximum protection to children.
Okay, what's your call to others? Of course, there are those who are not really in line with this initiative, at least from other Tangayas. So what is your call, lastly, please?
Well, my call is that everybody should give his contribution towards the success of this program. We have adequately engaged the leadership of the Tangaya schools and all other stakeholders, and all of them have keyed in, and I am sure that all other concerned stakeholders within, most especially within communities where these Tangayas exist, will come to work with us in order to ensure the sustainability of this program. Because like you can see, there are a lot of these children who are super intelligent. Some of them are found to be even doing better than those that have been already enrolled by their parents. And so
all right, thank you so much. That's as much as we can take. Kaduna seems to be the pilot state for this initiative, and the call is other states should emulate this initiative also, to give the children equal opportunity for them to be able to compete with their counterparts around the country or the society, in the society.
All right, thank you, Harun Ade, and the Commissioner for Human Services and Social Development, Kaduna State. Thank you so much. Moving on now, more than 15,000 teachers have taken the November professional qualifying examination across the country. The examination is conducted by the Teachers Registration Council of Nigeria to test the professional knowledge of those in the teaching profession and be licensed before going into the classrooms. The exams, which are mandatory, is taking place all over the nation, targeting teachers that have not yet registered. The Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Education, in company of Registrar and Chief Executive Officer of the Council, inspected the examination, which is computer-based in Abuja.
There's this gradual improvement over the years, and what I'm seeing now is it's very, very motivative and very encouraging. It's kind of, I think, jump standard. And the conduct of the candidates, very encouraging too.
Teaching is a profession, and for every profession there must be a professional qualifying examination. One of the features of a profession is that apart from getting the academic qualification, the person must write the qualifying examination.
NCE, first degree, PGD, master's degree, and PhD holders are writing the exams that will help to improve the quality of teachers and phase out quacks who claim as the rightful owners of the profession. Results are expected to be out in 2 weeks. The National Commission for Colleges of Education is strengthening capacity of 100 educationists in the delivery of knowledge in line with evolving global trend. This is coming at a training session put together by the Commission in collaboration with UNESCO. Correspondent Lina Obi has details.
The capacity building is focusing on pre-service educators who will replicate the knowledge as training the trainers across the state.
We are here to build the capacity of our teachers who will go back and teach our students, and our students will go back and teach when upon graduation. They go back and teach at the basic education level.
UNESCO insists that educating the nation requires giving the right information, especially to children.
The reality on ground is serious. Our children need correct information. They need help. They need mentors. They need role models. They need people that can say the truth.
One is improving the facilitation capacities of the participants to widen their knowledge of the content.
The emphasis, therefore, is for everybody who is coming here to transform his or herself into a facilitator. That is what we intend to implement here, so that they see how it is done and then they follow suit.
At the end of this event, we wish to ensure that all the participants here gain the knowledge that we have packaged for them.
The training is expected to create more awareness on family life and emerging health issues in the country. Lina Ubi, NTA News.
Niger state government has lifted embargo on employment by giving more than 1,000 healthcare workers job opportunities to enhance service delivery at the primary healthcare facilities in the state. This came to the fore at the flag-off of the 2023 second round of maternal, newborn and child health week in Niger State. Fatima Usman was at the palace of the district head of Bosso, venue of the event, and now reports.
Maternal, Newborn and Child Health Week is a series held at intervals annually in demonstration of government's commitment towards reducing maternal and child mortality in the state. The week has over time become a platform for reaching the vulnerable and undeserved populations. The event is also coming at a time the health sector in Niger State is undergoing transformation and repositioning, one of which is the creation of the Ministries of Primary Health Care and Secondary, as well as Tertiary Health, as separate entities to enable the government focus on the challenges peculiar to each level of health care service delivery in the state with needed resources.
The Executive Governor of Niger State, in his wisdom, had lifted that embargo and has directed the immediate recruitment of at least 1,000 healthcare workers.
Other stakeholders at the event used the opportunity to resensitize the populace on the available healthcare services at facilities within the communities and the importance of seeking and accessing them in good time. In Mina, I am Fatima Usman, NTA News.
Infrastructure remains a catalyst for meaningful development of any society. Despite the challenge of paucity of funds, Osun state government is striving to place the state on a high pedestal of infrastructural development to meet the yearnings of the people. Femi Afariogun reports.
Critical infrastructure remains a priority in the economic blueprint of Governor Ademola Adeleke aimed at raising economic and social value of the state. The state government committed has embarked on completion of some various inherited projects across the state.
We really commend the works of the government about this road because they really did a great job here. Because before, this place was really rough and dusty. Even with the residents of this area, we are so tired of this place. But now we can see their works here.
Boreholes, we have the completion of some roads left by the other administration.
The governor recently launched 100 billion naira in infrastructural plan for cities and rural areas.
Street lighting, all the roads must be littered. They must do street light. So at night, our town and city can look beautiful.
The expectations of the people are ever high as they are yearning for prompt execution of the projects. In Osogbo, Femi Afariogun.
Femi Afaragu is still in Osogbo to give us more on what we just saw on infrastructural development in that state. Femi, it's over to you.
Chukwuka. Since 1991, the creation of Osun State, various governments have embarked on developmental projects in the state. Since Governor Ademola Adeleke assumed the duty as the governor of Osun State 52 weeks ago, there have been efforts to develop the state. To talk more on this, I have the spokesperson to the governor, Malam Olawale Rashid, with me here. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
What has been the effort of government to develop Osun State?
Thank you very much. When Governor Adeleke took over, we met 95% infrastructure deficit. The roads are down, schools are down, hospitals are down. Now what the governor did was to craft a program of infrastructure upgrade. And as of today, under 1 year, he has constructed 90 kilometers of road. He has rehabilitated, complete rehabilitation of 31 schools, built 332 water projects, opened up health access. Over 50,000 people benefited from free surgeries. Then they enrolled 23,000 pensioners. That's the first of its kind in Nigeria in health insurance scheme. A lot of work is going. Bridges are being reconstructed. And of course, recently, he unveiled the multi-billion naira infrastructure plan. So I will tell you that under 1 year, he has done what previous government cannot do under 4 years.
Okay, what has been the effort in terms of palliative for the people of the state?
Thank you very much. Palliative, the right sharing has been done, and you know that was done by a committee set up by the people, not even by the government. And secondly, just today, the governor has just announced wage award, palliative award of 15,000 monthly to workers and 10,000 monthly to pensioners. That will run for 6 months as part of his effort. Remember, the governor has as #1 agenda workers' welfare.
So what should the people be expecting from your government?
They should be expecting a lot. The governor has laid down the template. The multi-billion naira infrastructure plan actually cover more roads to be constructed. That's almost 31 kilometers of road again. You have 345 laid out, spelled out health centers to be upgraded. You have more water projects, that's around 332 boreholes, plus upgrade and rehabilitation of major waterworks like the one at Osogbo, Ekende, Uwo, Ede. And you have flyovers that we are to have 2 here at Osogbo, 1 at Ikirun, 1 at Ife, and another 1 at Ede. And of course, you have dualization of road that is under the pipeline. So we have an holistic infra plan that will change the face of Osun going forward.
Okay. What is the state government plan for workers in the state in terms of welfare?
Thank you very much. The governor has also done a lot in that respect. Remember, when we came on board, we inherited 56 billion naira pension debt. We inherited 26 billion naira half salary debt. The governor has started paced payment of this inherited debt. As at now, we've paid 5 months for contributory pensioners. The former government was able to pay only 2 under 4 years. Under 1 year, Governor Adeleke has paid 5 months for contributory pensioners. We paid half salary debt of 4 months too. We pay the same amount for pensioners inherited debt. So the governor has the workers at heart, and of course he has reformed the public service. When we came on board, we have coordinating directors. Junior were being placed above seniors, but now you have properly selected, screened permanent secretaries manning almost all the centers. And of course, he has cash-backed the promotion arrears that were left uncash-backed by the previous government. He has done a lot for work, and he has more for them.
Thank you. I've been speaking with the spokesperson to Governor Ademola Adeleke, Malam Olawale Rashid. Thanks for coming.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Ogo Chukwuka, back to you in the studio.
Thank you very much, Femi, and of course, our guest there, the spokesperson to Osun State Governor. Now, Sokoto is next on the lineup, and Nana Aisha is standing by.
Thank you, Ogo Chukwuka. Welcome everybody to Sokoto. Governor Ahmed Aliyu of Sokoto has ordered the reconstruction of private residence of the former Nigeria's Second Republic President, late Sheikh Usman Aliyu Shagari, that was engulfed by fire recently. This followed the governor's sympathy and assessment visit to the tragic scene of the incident at Ungwar Malamai in Sokoto. Aliyu Muhammad Kawaye completes the story.
This is the first private residence of the first democratically elected president of Nigeria, elect Sheikh Aliyu Shagari. Until the recent fire that regarded the residence, some of his descendants reside in the house located at the ancient city of Sokoto. Though no life was lost, the inferno destroyed the entire building and property worth millions of naira. Governor Ahmed Aliyu and former governor Sokoto State, Senator Aliyu Magatakar Dawamaku, alongside members of the State Executive Council on an assessment visit to the scene, described the house as a national monument in view of the position and contributions of late President Sheikh Shagari to the development of the state and country. While commiserating with the family over the sad incident, the governor assures that the current state administration will not neglect them.
It is very, very tragic. Please accept our condolence. As government, I want to assure you that I have approved the immediate general revision of this particular house.
Sympathizers from far and near are trooping to commiserate with the families in Sokoto. Ali Muhammad Kaware, NTA News.
Towards ending the scourge of gender-based violence, GVB, in Kebbi State, perpetrators have been warned to change their ways or be made to face the full wrath of the law. Wife of the Kebbi State Governor and Chairperson Technical Working Group on GVB, Zainab Nasser Idris, reads the Riot Act while flagging off the 16 days activism against gender-based violence in Birnin Kebbi. Hassan Abubakar Koko has details.
Gender-based violence is a global phenomenon, and Kebbi State has joined the campaign to end the ugly trend. The governor's wife, Hajia Zainab Nassari, is leading the campaign in Kebbi State. Gender-based violence is everybody's business, so whoever notices any form of violence should report to the appropriate authority for quick action. The 2023 theme is Accelerating Actions to End Gender-Based Violence and Femicide, Leaving No One Behind. We thank the Kebbi State Governor for his support in ensuring that issues of gender-based violence are addressed.
This is a reminder to us because this campaign is not a new thing. Our religion made provisions for it. Gender-based violence campaign was initiated in 2015.
With regards to the police in investigating gender-based violence-related cases, the State Police Command recorded 21 cases, and all were charged to court for prosecution.
The campaign team also visited the Emir of Kwandu, Muhammad Ilyasu Bashar, to solicit his support, while Hajia Nassari led the campaign team in a walk from the Emir of Kwandu's palace to the Presidential Banquet Hall, Birnin Kebbi. Hassan Abubakar Koko, NTA News.
Well, that's our contribution here in Sokoto. We'll take another commercial break, and Nationwide will continue in Abuja. Bye-bye.
Of contract, partnership, promotion, publication, manufacturing, STBS, start times, lectures, ICT and training, production and sales, TV expos, events, local and international roadshows, exhibition, both local and international. We are at Area 11 Garikia, Abuja, opposite Abuja Geographical Information System, AGES, or visit our website www.ntatve.com.ng and our social media platforms, Twitter at NTA TV Enterprise, Facebook NTA TV Enterprise, Instagram at NTA TV Enterprise, and these numbers on 070-3502-6056, 090-19557180.
Yourself is life. Once you lose hope, you lose life. Once people get lifted to a certain level, they start feeling godlike.
What would you attribute this backwardness in education to in the north to date?
I feel balai.
What's right is right, what's wrong is wrong.
The program is Reflections.
dusk to dawn, 24 hours a day, NTA International is with you. In your living room, office, and everywhere, anywhere. We provide a company you desire in terms of balanced and up-to-date news, programs, and the best of entertainment. Tune in to DSTV channel 251, Go TV channel, Freeview channel 264, or live streaming via www.
And for the last segment of the news today, let's join our sports desk for the latest in the world of sports.